Just that the athleticism is there. I think a lot of people see it on the film, and you get a chance to test it and actually see where a guy is. So it's definitely just to showcase the athleticism.
What did you want to show today?
Just being smooth and being fluid, and that I wasn't just preparing to kill the combine. I can actually backpedal and do more than just press. So showcasing my versatility as a corner.
That wait period between the combine and today, was it stressful? Was it busy? How would you categorize that whole process?
After the combine, it was like a relief. I was more relaxed than ever. I calmed down, and this process, I was more anxious to get out here and just be back competing and working out with my guys, with AJ and Quez, and then Shane got to jump out there with us. Just being back out there, might be the last time we ever touched the field together. So trying to cherish that moment with them. I've been here 3 years with them guys, and it hit me. It just, kind of emotional about that. But
what's the feedback that you've gotten from NFL teams so far?
They always ask me, like, what do I think my pros and cons are, just weighing my pros and cons. I always tell them that there's just room to get better, and they love the IQ and the things that I tell them when I'm discussing with them football.
What's the next month going to be like for you?
Visits, a little bit of visits. For the most part, yeah, just a couple visits. I think Buffalo and Pittsburgh. I don't know any more. Probably some Zoom calls. Nothing too crazy that I know of right now.
The last 4 years, there's been a defensive back taken from Pitt in the draft. What do you think it is about this defense that attracts NFL teams to taking D-backs?
Coach Collins do a good job. He go and recruit dogs. I think the one thing that separates all of us is our mentality. I tell a lot of guys when the young guys ask me, like, what makes you good in this system, it's your mentality. A lot of guys, they go places and they get to play off. Here you got to sit and press a guy and you in his face all day, and it's just you and him one-on-one, no help. You on the island, truly. So you got to have the right mentality to be successful in that, and that's where it starts, and he does a good job recruiting guys with that mentality.
You brought up AJ and Marquez. How much have you been able to feed off of those two and maybe feed off of each other throughout this process?
A bunch. I didn't run the times I wanted to in my shuttle at the combine, and I was like, I got to get back to it. And AJ showed up, and I was like, let me watch AJ run, and just brought the competitive nature out of me to run a better time. Didn't beat him, but I ran a better time than I did at the combine. So just that competitive nature and being out there with Quez, he got fluid hips, great feet. Just being out there with him, you gotta work to look as good as him. So just being back with my guys, man, it was great.
How do you fine-tune those mechanics in such a short amount of time like that?
You got to stay consistent, and you got to just trust the process. It doesn't happen overnight. I feel like 2 months is more than enough time if you really put your mind to it. It's all you do. You got to go out there and you got to really work. If you want something, you got to go and get it. So every day you got to do it and do it and do it and do it. And I would find myself in the house walking through breaks and turns and flipping and finding, just always perfecting your craft.
MJ, did you talk to the Steelers, and does it mean anything more that you're actually going to interview with them, or is it just about the right opportunity for you right now?
Just anywhere that wants to take me is the right opportunity. It does mean a little something knowing that a lot of people in my family are Steelers fans, so it means something to them. But to me, it's just whoever wants to take a chance on me.
We talked about just the lineage here with Pitt sending defensive backs. What would it mean to be the next Aliquippa guy to get drafted?
Man, it mean a lot. I always say, like, I want to go first round like them guys, but they often tell me, like, don't get too caught up into doing what we did. Run your own race, and everybody's race is different. Everybody does different things. So just being the next, though, would be great. Hopefully it'll be a couple more in line. Shout out to DJ Walker.
Between the combine and today, it sounds like Bub is turning some heads. Why do you think that is?
I don't know, because they must not have been cutting on film. When Bub first walked in, I knew it was something about him. He's special. And to be that big, moving that well, running those types of routes, you don't see that often. And if anybody didn't believe it before today, it's definitely real. It's not for fake, and it's not a facade. Like, that's the real deal. I went against Bub every day, so just seeing him progress and get to show it to the world was amazing.
How did you see your fellow corners, AJ and Marquez, take on not getting the combine invite and having to work to make sure that they prove their worth here today?
They're battle tested. They've been through a lot in their careers, just like me, and this was no different. We face adversity all the time, whether it's losing a game, losing a rep. you carry that, you know, and you can bounce back from that, and you can bounce back from anything. And the combine didn't mean nothing to them. They came out here and they balled today. They did everything they were supposed to do and more. So just being able to showcase, they got their opportunity, and that's all they really ever needed.
You were around the ball a lot of picks in your time here at Pitt. Did the NFL teams you talked to at the combine remark on that?
At the East West, my coach was like, it's a production-based league. He was just addressing the team. He wasn't really talking specifically to me, but I knew in the back of my mind, like, I'm gonna be just fine if it's a production-based league, because I'm productive. Like you said, I'm around the ball all the time, so just that's production in itself, and just having a knack for the ball, whether it's special teams, defense, corner, whatever it is, just being around the ball.
As you prepared for today, did you get any advice from any former Aliquippa guys that have been through this, or former Pitt guys?
Nah, they gave me a little break from the combine till now, so I'm pretty sure they're gonna call me at some point today and see how I did, or once they get the videos, they're gonna want the videos and see how I did, and then they'll tell me some advice.
Anything else for MJ?
It sounds like you have a really strong, really large support system with all of this. How much does that mean to you?
It means a lot, just knowing people actually care, and you know people are there for you, and that's what life's about, being able to do something so you can help somebody. Hopefully one day I'll be able to look back and be like, yo, whatever next Aliquippa kid or Pitt kids coming through, get to share some advice on my process that'll help them, and that's what life's about, helping others.